Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karina and today I'm going to show you how to make some delicious Huevos Rancheros. This has been a request by one of my daughters, Jane, so thank you, Jane, for the request. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the ingredients. First you will need 2 cups of vegetable oil. Then you will need 10 washed tomatoes. So you will need 1 tortilla per serving. I am making 12 of them today, so these are 12 tortillas. And then you're going to need 1 egg per serving. Like I said, I'm making 12, so I'm going to use about 12 eggs. Half a bunch of washed cilantro. Half an onion. 1 chile serrano. 2 garlic cloves. 1 tablespoon of consomme, which is chicken bouillon, and some oregano. This is just going to be a little pinch of oregano for the sauce. And you're going to need 1 bay leaf, some salt.
Here we go again.
So we're going to start by pouring in our 2 cups of vegetable oil. Make sure your pan is nice and dry. There's no water because you don't want the oil to pop up. So we're going to go ahead and let that warm up. So as your oil is warming up, I do add a little bit of salt on my oil just to avoid it from popping up, and also it gives the tostada a little bit of flavor. So now that our oil is nice and warmed up, we're going to go ahead and start frying the tortilla. You want to fry all your tortillas first, just to keep an eye on them, and also just to get that out of the way. You're going to go ahead and fry all your tortillas first. And I have a plate with some napkins, so you can, once they're done, you can go ahead and place them on the plate to drain the oil. Okay, so now that your tortilla is done, it's going to look like this. Nice and crispy, golden crispy. You're going to go ahead and place it on your plate, and we're going to continue with our tortillas. So our tortillas are pretty much done. If you can fit 2 tortillas in your pan, that will save you some time. That's what I did if you're making a lot. But these are pretty much nice and crispy, so I'm going to go ahead and let them drain right there. We're going to turn off our heat to the oil, and now we're going to work on our sauce. Okay, so for our sauce, we're going to start by chopping up all our tomatoes. So the easiest way for me to chop my tomatoes is I cut off the end, then I cut it in half, and then I start with 1/2. I start just doing slices, and then I do slices this way, so that makes it into little squares. And that's what you want for your salsa. You want little squares. Okay, so now that we have our tomatoes nice and chopped, I'm going to go ahead and cut the cilantro. And what I do with the cilantro, I kind of just even it out so the stems are, make a little bunch so I can cut off the stems. And it's just easier to cut that way. That's okay, excuse my kids. It's quarantine, okay? So we're gonna chop this part off. Then you're gonna fold the cilantro, kind of make like a little bunch, and then just start chopping little pieces. They don't have to be super, super small. We're not making carne asada tacos, so just kind of have like, big chunks of cilantro. It's okay. And I'm going to save this. I'm going to put that aside, the cilantro. And then we're going to go ahead and start cutting our onion. Okay, so for the onion, I'm going to go ahead and chop off. This is half an onion. chop off the end part and then just peel the outer layer. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it and then we're gonna cut it. So you're gonna place it down like that, halfway, and you're gonna make slices. I'm just gonna slice it all the way around. And flip it over and do the other side. I'll just take that part. Okay, so then you're gonna flip it, turn it over, and then you're gonna cut small squares. So this is also going to be for your salsa, and you're also going to cut squares. Okay, so now that we have all that chopped up, I'm going to chop my garlic. And same thing, you're going to make, doesn't have to be little squares, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that's the garlic, and I'm gonna go ahead and grill half of this onion with the garlic in the pan. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of oil, about this spoonful of oil, and I'm going to drizzle it in the pan. And I'm gonna throw my garlic, and I'm gonna throw half of this onion. So that is half of an onion. So I'm going to go ahead and grill this till it's nice and soft. I'm going to go ahead and add a little dash of salt and continue to grill the onion and the garlic together. Okay, so these are pretty much grilled. I do have my heat at low. And then we're going to go ahead and add the tomatoes. Just give it a little mix. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit. So once your tomato is in there, you're going to add water. This is 4 cups of water. 4 cups of water to 10 tomatoes and the onion and the garlic, and you're gonna turn it up. You're gonna turn your heat up and wait for it to boil, and then we're gonna add our rest of the stuff. So you're gonna wait for this to boil. So as we're waiting for this to boil, the water is warmed up already. I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt for seasoning, just to bring out the flavor of the tomato and the onion.
Oh my god! Even though it's from, oh my god!
And then I'm gonna add my 1 tablespoon of consommé, which is the chicken bouillon, or bouillon, however you want to say it. And then we're also gonna add the bay leaf to it. Okay, so this has started to boil, so I'm going to go ahead and put in the rest of my onion. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of oregano, not too much, just a little dash of oregano. A little bit, just maybe like a pinch of oregano, not too much. I'm going to mix that up. And this last ingredient to add to the salsa is your choice, if you like spicy or not. I'm going to go ahead and add half of my serrano pepper. We do like a little bit of spice to it, so I'm going to go ahead and add half of the serrano pepper. I think 1 serrano pepper might be too much, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then I'm also going to add my cilantro. I'm going to add my cilantro. And we're going to mix it all up. Okay, so once your sauce is boiling like this, you're going to go ahead and turn down the heat, and you're going to let it simmer for just a few minutes. And while you wait for that to just simmer, you can go ahead and start frying your eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so next I did go ahead and take out the oil from when I fried the tortillas, and I added a little bit of oil here to make our over easy egg. And you can do over easy or over medium if you don't like the yolk. Okay, so our egg is ready. I went ahead and turned it off. And then our sauce has been simmering for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off as well. And I'm gonna show you how to prepare the Huevos Rancheros. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your tostada. My family likes it with mayo. You can use mayo or you can use beans. I do have some refried beans here that I had made earlier. So I like them with beans, but my family likes it with a little bit of mayo. You get your mayo or you get your beans, refried beans. Okay, and then you're gonna grab your egg. Put it on top. And then you're gonna grab your sauce. And it is a little bit watery, so you want to kind of drain out the water a little bit. And you're going to pour it on top of the egg, just like that. And it's your choice if you want to add some queso fresco. I have queso fresco over here. You can add a little bit of queso fresco. And that is your huevo ranchero. That is it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this. And I do have a story about this, about when I made these for the first time for my husband. So maybe if you want to hear that story, it's really funny, go ahead and comment down below and we can both share that story. It's super funny. He's not here today or else I would share it, but maybe next time, if you would like to hear that story of the first time I made these for my husband, go ahead and comment down below. And thank you for watching once again, and I will see you on my next video.